What's up, old school homies? Let's talk about how I'm bonding with my metal detector. The White's Coinmaster 6000D. This came out in 1980, and I believe it to be a good piece of equipment. I think it's old school, and it has a cool little peaking, spiking analog meter, and no cracks, no scratches. It's a beautiful piece of history right here. So I want to talk about some of its functions now that I'm learning more about it, and I'm going to try to tell you guys where I've been falling short. I drew early on opinions about this baby, and I tried to say, well, I know what's best. That's how men are. We really think we know everything before we know anything. So I went to the maximum setting. Ground exclusion balance normal, and ground exclusion balance max are similar. Max has a little bit more depth, but in some situations when you ask for it, like a highly mineralized soil, like some black magnetic soil or something nasty, you have to go lower down to Jeb norm. The Jeb max is too much, and then it'll excite it too much. You know what I mean? Discrimination. Okay. This is something that I've not touched at all. I don't like discrimination, because I'm going to dig up everything anyways, except for things that I don't think... I don't know. I think I know where the trash is. I think I know everything. But anyways, that actually matters for certain situations, more like the beach, where you're going to run over a whole bunch of different pop tops. It has some circuitry to pick up things that are pop tops very close to the surface. So it's mainly what it does. And it has different settings as to tabs, which would be, you would lose a little bit of depth. And I think screw caps, you lose a little bit more depth. I'm pretty sure bottle caps is the worst. You lose the most depth, but you could kind of tell what it's kind of doing there. It's trying to gauge like the size of the thickness of what you're finding. So in essence, tabs could be a thin ring. That's what they say in the manual. So then it's kind of circular for me, like, well, why are we trying to discriminate things if that could be a thin ring? If that's the main thing that we're trying to find, then why not use Jeb norm or Jeb max? Those are all metal settings, and in discrimination, you start getting to be that guy who thinks he knows everything that's underneath the ground. I wasn't trying to go there. I don't want to be that guy, because you don't know. There's this little button. I didn't figure out you have to hit it twice to reset. And I started to realize that after a while that you have to hit it at least twice, if not 3 times, to get it to reset sometimes. Because sometimes it does reset the first time you touch it. Other times it doesn't. Other people complained about this, so I figured that out. I mean, it's a good feature. What it basically does is reset the circuitry back to where you first set it when you first started setting up the ground balancing. But when you walk to a different piece of ground and it goes off, it doesn't always help to reset it to the old ground that you have behind you, because the new ground has different minerals in it, and it doesn't fucking help you. So you end up pretty much using the button to reset and then just clicking it around that area for a little while until it goes out of range entirely, and then you reset it again. The key is to keep it in a sweet spot where it can reset itself into a range of being able to find something. Transmitting and receiving is an old ass way. This is an old technology, but it's super pinpoint sharp. So if you don't take advantage of that setting, you're kind of screwing yourself. And the other knob that I wasn't really playing with was the ground balance. And this is a critically good knob to play with to dial in the soil conditions. And I haven't had much success with it. Sometimes it works and then sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. We're still gonna have to work on that button. And then this knob here, I mostly just leave it on nails. Gosh, could I confuse you any worse? I still haven't figured it out.